Hi, this is Brian Anderson, CEO of Simple Estimate. I'm going to show you how to build a retainer quote for your clients and how to do it simply in Simple Estimate. And then I'll show you some other benefits and also how to templatize it for the future so it's simple to do it next time. Let me just jump in here. Like, this is the default estimate screen at this stage. We're going to continue to improve this functionality over time. But what I want to bring your attention to is the rate cards right here. Click on the rate cards. The way you think of a rate card is all the people that are on your team that you want to represent an hourly rate for. And the default rate card, the way I like to think about it, is how much would it cost you to do a project for yourselves, right? So if you're going to pay all these people, what would the rates be? Once you have that, that's kind of your default cost rate card. So now we need to add one for clients. So click new rate card and name this one the client's rate card. And come in here and just add in, what you think you want to charge for each of these people. Let's say 175. I'll just go throw some numbers in here. And we'll just mark everybody up 50%. Well, that would make that one 200. Okay, so we got rate cards. We have a rate here for clients. Now we want to go build a quote for them. So the first thing we need to do is actually configure and price an estimate. So in order to do that, we're going to create a new card here, or new estimate, and I'm going to name this a 3-month retainer. And or I'll call it the quarterly retainer. And then we're going to pick our dream client. You could add other clients, but we already have the dream client. I like to do a 3-point estimate. The reason I like that is because it builds in the correct variance in the cost using the PERT formula, which is a well-known project management formula for estimating. And then I like to pick the client's rate card because we're going to charge this. We don't have a template yet. We're going to do that later. And we're going to create this here. So this is kind of the default template here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of clean it up a little. So I don't need multiple sections at this stage. So each one of these colored ones is a section. And so I'm just going to say this is the team retainer for 3 months or per quarter. So I'll come back to that in a minute here. The next thing is I need to start thinking about who's going to be on this team, who's going to be the retainer. And I think in this case it's going to be the design and development team for the website. So let's say website design and development team, and then down here let's say this is digital marketing. Okay, so then who's going to actually be part of the website team? Well, we're going to have to build in some project management time. So we know that person's going to maybe work 4 to 8 hours, maybe 12 hours on the high end. Now I just need to come in here and create another hourly line item so I can add another person in here. We're going to need the designer. Let's say the designer is going to work slow weeks, maybe 12 to 20 to sometimes it could be really busy. We'll do a 30-hour week. And another one here, we need a developer. Developer is going to work between 20 and 40, let's average in 30 hours a week. Okay, so we got that team, and then we're going to add the social media specialist for digital marketing. And that person's going to work 4 to 8, sometimes 12 hours a week. Okay, so I'm kind of pricing those things in weekly hours. So I want to create a grouping. So I'm going to come in here and add another task underneath this section. I'm going to say this is the team weekly. So we're going to bring this up here, and then I can grab this and I can kind of move it, indent it in there underneath that particular task. I can do the same thing here with this one. Just a little funky here to get the... There we go. Now I've got this set up as the weekly team here. So now it calculates both of the tasks underneath it. And then I want to also create another task for the team monthly. And I can go move that one up, and then I'll just bump that over. And now I've got the ability to set a quantity. So I can say there's 4 weeks in a month. And then also I want this to be quarterly, so I'm going to price it for every 3 months. And now I've got the cost calculated. Okay, so if this looks good and you want to share this with the client, the easiest way to do that is creating an online share. And I'm just going to pick the average because I know it already calculates in the variances. I don't need to show them all the people. I just want to kind of keep it high level. So I'm going to bring it just to tasks and sections. And the rest looks good to me. I'll create a share. You can copy and paste that, send that to your customer, and tell them to take a look at the quote and give you feedback. And it looks like this. Here's your team retainer per quarter. There's 3 months in a quarter. This is your monthly cost. That's 4 weeks. And this is the team. And this is how much the team's going to be allocated each week and each month to work on that project for the client. That's how you price a retainer. That's how you quote it. Once you get some feedback from them, from your clients, just come in here and click the snapshot button. And it's going to create a snapshot of what you just did, and you can start making edits to it. So let's say they're like, oh, we don't think we need as much development time. So we're just going to change that to maybe 16 hours a week instead. Sometimes it could be 20. Designer is going to be less. So we need to do 8 and 12 and maybe up to 16 here. So we can draw these costs down when you get feedback from clients and you start negotiating. And then you still have the old snapshot here. You can go back and look at what it was. And when you go and create your share for the new snapshot here, again, you can just price out or put together this the way you want it to display. Like, let's say the client wants to look at your rates. So then you say everything. And when you create the share, it will bring in the resources and the rates per hour so everyone can see what it is. So it's very flexible. And once you get the kind of feedback from the client that the quote looks good, then it's time to turn it into an SOW and get it signed off. We're going to add features to help with that in the future too, but today just do what you're already doing to close client deals. This will help you with the estimation process. This will help you get to the deal faster. And I think the really cool parts about this is now that I've got a quarterly month, I got to update that. So I'll show you how to update this. Just estimate. So this is the quarterly retainer. Easy to update the title. But now I can save it as a template. And when I do that, it will actually move it over to this tab right here, or this tab on the left, which is now a quarterly retainer template. So if I wanted to use this in the future, all I have to do is come back to the templates, grab this template, start from it, and say, I'm gonna do an annual retainer for the dream client because they love us. 3-point estimate, client rate card. And all I have to do here is say, well, team retainer, annual team retainer, and price that out for 12. Now you've got the annual team retainer. Same thing. All you have to do, create a new share, send it to the client, get their feedback, close the annual retainer. That's how easy it is. So those are the benefits using Simple Estimate. It really helps streamline the configure, price, and quote processes around winning deals. Configure, price, quote, CPQ. Simple Estimate does it beautifully. Give it a try. Thank you.